Well, we just got to watch the fastest run of this year's Pink Buckle and the 4th fastest time of all time on this pattern. And it came from Ceri Ward and Gambling Slick. It was so cool. A 16.558. I'm Amy Wilson here at the EQN Sports Desk, driven by Holiday Auto Group. And huge congratulations. This was so cool.
Thank you.
It really was just perfection, wasn't it?
It was. You can ask my friends. I will breaking down in barrel racing, and today, that's what you're after. And what a great place to do it.
Exactly. So we're still doing all the figuring. Of course, you rolled over, but you swept the sale grad, won rounds 1, 2, and the average. You won the Futurity, won round 2. So we're thinking, and the owner rider and others, so we're thinking about $175,000 for those 2 runs.
It's incredible. I mean, you can't dream of a day like today. I don't want today to be over.
Well, it's not quite over. You still have another one to run. But
it's, to be able to win that kind of money it is life-changing, and to do it on a horse that we own and came from the sale, and Slick, we just lost Slick, and honestly, 2 of the best horses I've ever rode are Slicks, and so it was just all came together today.
This is truly what I feel like the Pink Buckle is all about. You buy this horse out of the sale, you train it, you bring it back, you win this kind of money. This is the 4th Slick by Design to win the Pink Buckle Futurity. So that just goes to show, what an amazing sire he is, and
absolutely,
and will continue to have such a huge impact on this industry. But I think we should let everyone take a look at this run. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's look at absolute perfection. And as we do, this was yesterday's run.
Yep.
So this was a round 1, a 16.969. You got to talk about this a little bit yesterday, but tell us again what you think now that you watch it back.
She was, bottom of the ground, and I didn't want to roll the first over leaving it, and I kind of rolled her off of it, and it made her a little tight at the second. But like I said yesterday, she's so forgiving and just lets me handle her in a run, and I think that's rare in a horse that's good, that stays aggressive. And so I was afraid right there, and so so she let me handle her, and that saved the run. And then I knew coming back today, I was top of the ground, and that was best case scenario. So she was good there. It set us up great for today.
So now we get to see round 2, the 16.558, the fastest run we've seen this year, 4th fastest of all time on this pattern. This was amazing.
She was spot on. I want to tell you more about it, but I just don't know what else there is to say. She just tries hard, and run into the 3rd, I'm like, okay, just don't hit this one now. You've done all the hard work. But I was like, nope, stay aggressive. Put her in there and let her do her job.
Every barrel is amazing, but the 3rd barrel, it just seemed absolutely flawless, where she just drug her butt, never really slowed down. I mean, just circled it and drove off so hard. And
she, little backstory on the second, she was a tick tight yesterday. Today, warming her up, I went out in the practice pen, and I trotted the barrels one time and just put her up by it just a little bit more, and that's just how good a horse and moldable she is, that you can go through one time and put her feet where I want, and she's got it. So thanks Simone. That's what I call her. So
yeah, so cool. And it's really cool that she obviously trusts you so much and listens to you so well to be able to react after just trotting through one time to then go lay down a run like that.
Yeah, and I knew early, I always liked her. I knew she always felt different than the rest. And she did good real early this year at the Futurities. And then I went through a little spell. She was making really good runs. They were real pretty, but I just wasn't getting the clock like I knew she could. And you were saying responsive. I almost had her too much. And actually, Brandon Collins helped me with her a little bit, and he's so good at helping a horse take over and get that aggression right there. And I'm a little bit more backed off and going the right places. So Brandon helped me with the little bridle change early on, and it's really helped. And she just rides that fine line that's fun, that you search for, of one that's in the bridle but still soft,
Yeah.
So
How cool that you all can help each other, and you always just continue to learn and do what's best by each horse as an individual.
For sure. And, like, I guess that's one thing I like about some of these races. It brings, our friends from all over get to come, and I have a small but really great circle. And I had some people tell me some pretty important things today before I run, before my run today. And just we get to ride these kind of horses, enjoy it, have fun, and don't back down. Like you've done the hard work, now go have fun. And so that's important for me, because I can be a bit of a head case, so I need those good people around me to keep me believing in it. So
just that positive reinforcement.
Absolutely.
Just what you needed to hear before you went in. Well, I know we've told this story a few times because we've gotten to interview you about several different wins, but this was a horse you didn't come to the sale to buy.
Correct.
You didn't get the one you came to buy, but you saw this one, you liked it. If you don't already know, she obviously has an eye for a good horse. And
well, it worked a couple times.
Yeah, and ended up getting this purchase done, and now all this has happened. And so I just think the whole story is so cool.
It's, I grew up training and running horses and got into the Futurity world, and you dream of great things happening with horses that are yours, but to win like this is more than you can dream, and it's a horse we own. And for a Futurity trainer, that doesn't always happen, and it's just awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of being a Futurity trainer, what does that mean for the future of Simone? I'm going to run her through the end of the year. Jokingly, last week I was in the barn and we were riding, and I told her, hey, Simone, if you win the pink buckle, you can have the rest of the year off. And my husband's like, heck no, we're staying on the wagon if we win, So she's probably going to run through the rest of the year. But then I'll give her a little bit of a break. We might flush her, maybe a couple times. I'm not going to do a whole lot of that yet. And then I'll derby her next year. I've got the Slick Swingin' Gypsy still, and her that I own, and a couple other derby horses. So I'm going to hang out at the derbies for a little bit. And there's a lot of money to be won. And I love this. I love the Futurities. And I know the rodeo thing's always hanging out there, and everybody's like, aren't you going to rodeo? Aren't you going to rodeo? But I don't know yet. We'll see where it goes. $175,000 in 2 runs is pretty nice when you
pretty hard to hit the road.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're gonna derby on her. One more thing, you talked about your support system telling you what you needed to hear before your run. We heard them cheering as they saw the clock and watched your run. What was the reaction? Anything specific they told you?
Everybody's just so excited, and to have people behind you that can openly tell you how much they believe in you and they mean it, that's pretty awesome. And you get to ride horses like that and get to have great friends, so it was awesome. There's a video from Perry, and she throws down, wins the round, and like that run was not as good as today's run, but it was pretty close. One of probably the better runs I've ever made. And my favorite part of the whole video is when they stop it and you can hear the crowd, and it's all my friends sitting there, so that was the best, and I could hear him today, so it was awesome.
Yeah, well, if you ever don't believe in yourself, just watch that run again and remember it. I'm sure you'll
friends.
watch it. Yeah, I'm sure you'll watch it thousands of times anyway, because it is just so cool. Any final thoughts on running a 16.558 on a standard?
It's the fastest run I've made, and on a standard, and back to the Lazy E. I mean, my husband won the BFI here, and that's how we got to buy the Slick Swingin' Gypsy horse. And then I won the BFA here at the Lazy E with him, and then we bought her here in this. So it's a great place, and we're glad the pink buckle comes, and what a great day to barrel race.
Such a great day. Yeah, the Lazy E, a very special place to Ceri Ward, and now on Gambling Slick, a 16.558. I just keep repeating that because it is so cool. The fastest run we've seen, 4th fastest ever. Should win them around $175,000. So amazing day here at the Pink Buckle. We'll continue to bring you more from here at the EQN Sports Desk. It's driven by Holiday Auto Group.